Hi, good morning. It's Monday. What is today's date? The 20th. Happy March 20th. It is super bright here just outside of Seattle, Washington, because the sun is shining. And this is the only place, the only location where we could get a live network connection for Facebook for some reason. It wasn't working in other places. Good morning. We hope you had a great weekend. I would like to welcome you to another episode of Bodywise Bodyworks Facebook Live, and what is that other thing that we do? I've just forgotten. I don't know. I don't remember. For some reason I'm drawing a blank. But I want to encourage you because it is becoming spring. I believe tomorrow is the official equinox, or maybe it's in April. But tomorrow is March 21st, and if you are one who plants seeds in your garden and tills the ground, I'd like to encourage you because now is a great time to do that. The kinds of plants who love this kind of cooler weather include peas and kale and chard. And I spent the weekend preparing my garden and getting some plants in the ground. Now, the interesting thing about planting at this period of time is that it requires certain kinds of plants. And something like a tomato would not do well at this time of year unless you protected it in a greenhouse or underneath plastic and did something specific to keep it as warm as possible. Life is much like that also. We have to plan for the right situation, the right environment. So raising children in the right environment is also important. The environment you create for yourself is vital to your growth, and there are things that can potentially stunt your growth. For example, everyone knows that refined sugar in large amounts is very difficult for the body to handle, and it sets up a state of inflammation that can contribute to other problems, other symptoms. I think you should go. Other problems and other symptoms that the medical community has a very difficult time managing. For example, cancer. They're having tremendous trouble trying to figure out the cure for cancer and what one of the causes is. But there are multiple things that contribute to the problems in our lives that's nearly impossible for people to track and discover what the initial cause is. So I encourage you to look at your environment. Just like plants require a certain amount of moisture, a certain amount of sun, and a particular amount of heat, so does your body, your mind, and your spirit require a certain combination of the right things in order for you to thrive as well. I discovered something over the weekend. I'd been eating a little bit of peanut butter. Now, for everyone who's known me growing up, peanut butter was my go-to thing. I was addicted to peanut butter, my favorite thing. I would survive on peanut butter if necessary. But I've learned over time that peanut butter does not serve me well, and consuming peanut butter isn't great. I went back to try to reintroduce the idea of consuming peanut butter in my diet. Unfortunately, my husband had put chocolate chips in the peanut butter, and the chocolate chips he used has a little bit of milk products in it, which did not serve me as well because I have to avoid milk at all costs. I didn't know that the chocolate chips he used had peanut butter in it. So for the past week, I have had symptoms of not sleeping well. My mind hasn't worked as efficiently. I've been much slower in my ability to get things done, to perceive what needs to be done, and then do it. And I was attributing it to other things. Yes, I had had a whole bunch of almonds that I need to avoid. But when I realized that there was also behind the scenes this chocolate chip with dairy in it that I need to avoid, that's when I realized that there are so many things that contribute to the current state of our being, and we don't even know all the things that contribute to it. So I encourage you to write down, keep a list of the kinds of things that you eat, the kinds of things that you wear, the soap that you wash your clothes in. All of these things can actually point to, what are you doing? Point to things in our lives that can improve our lives or can reduce our ability to thrive. And if you can find the right combination and the right tools to help you thrive in your life, you will just, there will be such a dramatic difference. It'll make everything so much easier. So I encourage you to do that. Can you stop doing that, please? So this is the antics of a 7-year-old who enjoys Facebook Live. Thanks for joining me today. And I want to ask you if you know things that are particular to you thriving that you need to avoid or keep in your life. Please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what things you found are beneficial for you. And until Wednesday when we see you again, wear a hat because it's so sunny out. Think head-wise, feel heart-wise, and move your body-wise.